everyone, it's Dr. Sandy Gluckman. I'm going to tell you a story of a wonderful 8-year-old boy called Paul. And as I describe this, you might actually be saying, wow, Dr. Sandy's describing my child. And I would tell you that if you were a fly on my wall in my consulting room, you would actually see that there seems to be an epidemic of kids who have these same kinds of behaviors. So when I first met Paul, his teachers and his parents described him as a highly intelligent boy, sweet and kind, and that is until something sets him off, and then he has a meltdown. He would become extremely frustrated, defiant, oppositional, rebellious, controlling. He couldn't take no for an answer, had to have his way, would talk back, argue his point of view, and be very disrespectful. About 3 months later, Paul stopped having these meltdowns. He was no longer this defiant, rebellious, angry boy. He was just calm. He was able to go with the flow if things didn't go his way. He was a happy kid, just a very intelligent, delightful to be around 9-year-old boy. So if you are a parent or a teacher with a child like Paul having these kinds of rebellious outbursts, you might want to know what happened, what brought about these changes. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that we did, but first let's begin with what not to do. Don't think of your child as being difficult, stubborn, obstinate, manipulative, selfish, controlling, or attention-seeking. These are the kinds of words that are often used to describe these children. This may be what you see, or you think you're seeing, but it is actually not the real problem. Secondly, don't give the child a psychiatric label like ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. Jeez, I hate that diagnosis. Stigmatizing kids with these labels will only make things worse for the parents as well as for the child. And thirdly, put away all the traditional ways of disciplining kids. It will not work with these kids. Redirecting and reasoning and logic and explaining and reward and punishment and threatening and cajoling, none of these will work with them, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, what should you be doing? Start by knowing that your defiant child is not naughty or difficult. He or she is feeling anxious. The reality is that defiant kids really don't want to behave that way. Inside, they are just an anxious little kid. And it is this anxiety that drives these kids to behave this way. And secondly, and also very importantly, don't focus on and try to remove and fix the defiance. Instead, focus on finding and fixing the underlying root causes. It is your responsibility to find out what is making your child anxious. Essentially, what parents need are the tools to be very calm, to be very gentle, sensitive, in tune, and definitely not to get caught up in that rebellion and inflame the children even further. It can also be very helpful to give your child a good quality, natural calming supplement, or essential oils are very good with anxiety too. The third and final tool is for you to check on your own level of anxiety. Is it high? If it is, your child is picking up on this. So have the courage to take ownership of that and make some changes. I can tell you that the greatest changes took place in Paul when his mom and dad realized that they were both very anxious parents. They made some real lifestyle changes. They decided to do things that were relaxing and fun, spend more time together, laughing a lot, and the difference that this made to Paul was truly remarkable. Well, this is me, Dr. Sandy, saying bye for now. See you next time.